Hi, I'm Sonia Choquette. Thanks for tuning into my channel. And if you're new to my channel and you enjoy this little conversation, be sure to subscribe at the end of this because I'd love to have you come back again and again and again to learn how to make your life more empowered, more intuitive, more creative, more effective, and more magical. I've been doing intuitive coaching and working with people and doing readings and writing books for over 50 years. And in the course of that, and around the world for that matter, in the course of that, people come to me for basically guidance in 3 areas of life. The 3 main things that matter. I don't care who you are, what age, what culture, where you are. The first is I want to feel better in my own skin. That is a very important place where we look for guidance because there's something about me that doesn't feel authentic. I feel like I've given up my life and I'm living the script that I've been given, or I've abandoned myself and I don't feel right about it, or I've made a bunch of decisions in my life that just aren't proving to bring me the positive results I've been told. I don't know how to fix it. So that's the first place people look for some kind of course correction. The second place people look for a course correction where they know intuitively and they come for guidance is in my relationships. It's like our relationships are the most important thing in our life. And I'm not just speaking about your romantic relationships, just relationships with your family, with your friends, with the people you work with your neighbors, with your siblings, with your significant other, with your significant ex-other, with your children, relationships with people that are in the flow of your life. If our relationships aren't working, we're miserable because our relationships are the source of substance and meaning and depth and connection in our life. And if we don't have good connections, we feel isolated and alone and we suffer. So that's the second area. And the third area is with my creativity and my ability to contribute to the world. I want to do something that of course will meet my basic needs. Of course will pay my bills. We all need that. But believe it or not, it's not the thing that motivates us most when it comes to work. We want to feel like what we're doing matters and that it's something that we care about. There's nothing worse than having a life where you have to work and work and work at something that you really dislike. And so many people have gotten into that experience and don't know how to get out of it. So intuition, inner guidance, your inner compass is the way to go to get any bit of relief from all 3 of these areas of discomfort. And how do we get to that inner guidance? Well, the first thing is you have to get back into your body because inner guidance is not an intellectual thing. It doesn't happen in your head. Your head is actually the problem. I call it a bad neighborhood because your head is filled with all the noise of the world and everyone pulling on your strings, telling you who to be, what to do, how to fit in. And all that basically boils down to how to abandon yourself. How to betray yourself, how to ignore and not trust who you are intrinsically. So we get into our bodies and we reset our compass to say, my inner self isn't stupid. My inner self is very competent, very capable of guiding me, just like birds have radar and whales have sonar and monarch butterflies can find their way across continents and back. I too have an inner compass that can guide me to be aligned with who I'm designed to be. So we have to get back to that inner truth that perhaps for some is not even a get back to. It's like, I never knew that to begin with. So you have to get into and feel that beating heart of you and recognize it as an intelligent guiding compass. The truth is, this isn't even really science fiction anymore. This is science. There's been so much research done that says our heart is a conscious organ that can guide us. our gut too, for that matter. And we have more than just one channel of intuitive guidance. But it is in the body. So the thing is, get back into the body. How do I do that? Well, it starts with your breath. Open your jaw really wide with me right now. And you're going to hear a click in your ear. You're going to feel something open. You're going to feel it open in your throat. You're going to feel it open in your upper chest, all the way to your belly. And with a sigh, drop in. And what you're doing is you're dropping your awareness back into your heart and belly space, where your intuition, your inner guidance lies. So, you'll notice when you do that, by the way, that your brain stops talking. It's an instant meditation. Works every time. And then you have to understand that inner guidance doesn't come to you in words. This is a big aha for a lot of people, because we think it's going to be some conversation going, hello, this is the universe, and I'm talking to you, and here's what you should do. That's your ego. That is your intellect. That is not your intuition. Intuition is a feeling frequency. It comes through your body in how you feel. And think about music. Think about music without words. It's communicating to you. Lots of feelings, lots of information, lots of awareness, and it doesn't require words. You feel the intent of the music. You can feel a marching band's music that says, let's get up and go. You can feel the song, the peaceful piano that says, time to relax. You can feel and get information through your feeling self, but you have to get out of your head, because your brain doesn't feel. You can even have surgery on your brain without anesthesia. It doesn't feel. So here is where inner guidance comes from. It's not what do you think, it's what do I feel. So the next little tip is this. It's hard to feel when you're afraid. So the tip is this, I'm going to give you a tool to get past feeling. And that is, fear doesn't stop you. What stops you from feeling your intuition is hiding fear. Just locking it down and being stoic and being invulnerable and denying your feelings. So do this. Start naming what you fear. I fear making a mistake. I fear being embarrassed. I fear being hurt. I fear being laughed at. And an interesting thing that happens is when you actually acknowledge what you fear, it's like emptying the garbage. It creates space. The fears start leaving you. Once they're acknowledged, they start to loosen, and you start to reawaken the heart and the belly, and you begin to connect with your feelings underneath the fear. So name your fears until you can't think of any. Then take that deep breath. And then put your hand on your heart. You can put your hand on your belly as well. And say, my intuition says, and quickly answer. Just say it out loud. My intuition says. And you're going to dial into the kind of guidance that's going to bring you back into alignment, integrity, wholeness with who you are, and how to keep you on the path that will be best for you. This little tool works every time. Empty the garbage. Get rid of your fears. You don't have to get over fear. You just have to get it out of the way and look underneath your fear, because there you're going to find inner guidance. The other little quick tool I want to, or add to the tool that I want to say, is that you have to say all of this out loud. Because if you don't, you're still in your head where intuition doesn't come. You're still in what I call the bad neighborhood of everybody else's noise. When you speak, you open the throat, which is the chimney of the heart, which is where the intuition is. So just speak it out loud. I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, I'm afraid of this, and my intuition says. Pop it out, write it down if you really want to be smart. You can follow it or not, But once you say it, once you acknowledge it, in a very short period of time, you're going to start recognizing this is actually good information and it really feels right for me. So this is how you get your intuition, helping you get back to yourself, improving your relationships, and getting your creativity, your authentic self flowing in the world. Give it a try. And if you have a good experience, let me know. I'm pretty confident you will. And before you leave, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.